A reading from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 4, verse 35 to 41. That day when evening came, he said to his disciples, "Let us go over to the other side." Leaving the crowd behind, they took him along, just as he was in the boat. There were also other boats with him. A furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat, so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him and said to him, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" This is such a beautiful gospel. You can see here in the beginning of the gospel, Jesus said, "Let us cross to the other side." And then they went on the boat, and in the middle of the lake, there was a storm, and the boat was filled with water, and they were so afraid that they would drown. And just as we see, Jesus were telling them, "Have you no faith? Why are you so afraid?" The disciples have been with Jesus for a while. They have seen Jesus do many miracles. But just like the disciples, we too come to moments like this when our faith goes down in the face of a storm. This gospel is very memorable to me because throughout my life, every time I encounter problems like storms of life, this gospel reminds me of how I should have faith in Jesus, that He can calm whatever storm I'm experiencing in life. And again and again and again, many times I went through storms of life. Financial, health, relationship, like all kinds of problem with people, problem with business, problem with finances, problem with health, like circumstances that like needed to be changed. Otherwise, it's like oppressing me, making me agonize and suffer. And I always go back to this gospel of Jesus where He calms the storm. So it makes me aware that for as long as Jesus is with me, He will calm whatever storm I have in life. So I encourage you to meditate on this gospel a lot. And every time you have a problem, you remember that there's nothing impossible with Jesus. He did not tell the disciples we were going to die in the middle of the lake. No, what Jesus said was, we will cross over to the other side. That is what He said. I think the disciples forgot what Jesus' words are. If we will just hold on to the words of Jesus, well, I can understand when we are shaken by problems, we get rattled, we're terrified, our faith goes down. But as long as we can hold on to the words of Jesus, then we will always know He will get us to the other side. Amen.